Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's bright and early, daily discipline, mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through Sunday. Let's get into our study group for warriors, for my hardcore heads. Some of you guys just want to sleep in. It's too early for you guys to be productive. Fine, sleep in. Some of us are up, and we're doing it. We're moving forward in our lives, 7 days a week, grinding forward. If anybody out there happens to want coaching or mentoring and you want to level up, contact me. You can find me on social media. Just search my name, or you can go to my website, skyazrael.com. I always put the link below. Let's do our Sunday study group. Basically, I just go through my notes. I study every single day. I take notes on what I study. So let's just jump into it. God spoke reality into existence with His Word. We're in a story. We're in God's story. We're all living in God's story. A story told by God. Genesis 1:3, let there be light. Right? The first thing that He did was speak into existence, speak the world into existence. John 1:1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. Some people think that we're all living in a play. The world is a play. The world is a stage. But you're not in a play that you're creating. You're not a character in your own story. We're all characters created by God in a story He is telling. Just a different way of looking at things, I guess. Here's a CIA trick to manipulate. Now, I'm not trying to teach people how to manipulate. I'm just trying to teach people how to know when they're being manipulated. So, you ask two questions and then you follow it up with some validation. And you continue with that recipe. You never reveal anything about yourself. You don't talk about yourself, your hopes, your dreams, your ideas, your feelings, nothing. You never talk about yourself. You only ask questions, very pointed, direct questions. And every time you get an answer, after every two questions, you follow it up with, oh, that's great, and you give them some false validation, whatever you can throw their way. Just gas them up, pump them up. Oh, you're so smart, that's a great idea. Anything you can say. This builds trust. The more you do this, the more trust you build with that person. This works. And they actually get a dopamine hit from every time that you validate them. And they'll like to be around you. You've told them nothing about you. You've revealed nothing. But they somehow like you so much, they trust you so much. And you got them. Now, if someone is doing this to you, they're manipulating you. They might be. Have you had a conversation with someone recently who revealed nothing about themselves? They told you nothing. You don't know anything more about them than when you started talking to them. You know nothing about them. They never tell you about their job, their life, their wife, their money, their worries, their anything at all. Their goals, their hopes, their dreams, nothing. You don't know anything about that. And they know all about you. And they ask all kinds of questions. They seem so interested in you. And they're like really supportive, gassing you up. Oh, good idea, bro. Yeah, and you know. That motherfucker's got something planned for you. He's leading you along like the Pied Piper. Let's talk about what to do. A lot of people don't know what to do. My tea is extra hot. I'm going to be careful with it. If I drop this stuff on myself, spill a drop, it's going to go right through the floor down to hell. If you have anxiety, what do? How do you handle it? What do? If you have depression, that depression sucks. What do you do? What do you do with depression? How do you solve it? How do you get rid of it? Completely get rid of it. Destroy it. And move on from it. What if you're suffering from anger? You got major anger issues. Oh, I know about that. What do? You're just an angry person. What about fear issues? A lot of people have major fear issues, and those get displayed in all kinds of ways. It's not just somebody shivering in the corner. Oh no. Someone suffering from fear could have all kinds of outlandish behavior. What about hopelessness? These are real questions. What do you do with this? This stuff will kill you. These are the worst things that can happen. And what do you do? What about shame? Shame sucks. Guilt and shame are kind of tied together. There's different. We should go into a video on the difference between guilt and shame, but they are tied together. You might just have a general negativity about you all the time. What do you do with it? How do you get rid of it? It's just you. It's just going to stay with you. It's just attached to you like your arm or your leg. Where is it? You can't see it. It's in your head, but it's attached to you. And you're always just so negative. What do? You doubt everything. You're so cynical. You have nothing but doubt. You doubt yourself. You doubt the world. You doubt others. You doubt the truth. You doubt facts. You doubt reality. You doubt science. You doubt God. What do you do about that? Maybe you're feeling like a loser this week or this year or all the time, your whole life. You've just decided that that's who you are, or you've accepted society's label. What do you do about that? Maybe you're really confused. Nobody seems to have any real answers in this world. A lot of people are just lost. What if you're lost? Lost in the valley of the shadow of death, wandering and wandering for your whole life, for eternity, for thousands of years. Some of us can relate to that. What do you do with this stuff? Well, I'll tell you. When you're feeling anxiety, I'm not going to go back through the whole list, but when you're feeling these things, anxiety, depression, anger, fear, hopelessness, when you're feeling these things, the second you notice it, and I promote doing constant diagnostic checks to notice what arises, the quicker that you notice it, the faster you can pull those weeds out of your garden before they grow, before they root in. Battling weeds can be tough if you don't get them by the root, and you get them young, you get it early, you get it fast, you get it quick. And as soon as you notice any one of these things popping into your narrative, into your world, into your mind, you immediately jump into your mind, body, and soul program. Immediately, in order to save your life. In order to stay at the level that you're at, in order to stop yourself from sliding backwards. You need to be empowered, and this empowers you. It makes you a powerful man, mind, body, and soul, every single day. Dive into it. You're afraid, mind, body, and soul. Jump into it. Exercise, pray, eat well, rest. You're feeling hopeless? Pray, eat well, exercise, rest, study, learn. You can just go with any one of these. Doubt, pray, eat well, study, exercise, rest. You just go into the mind, body, and soul program. You dive into it as hard as you can. Here's the next one. The ideal that you're jealous of is a delusion created by your own mind. The way that you think people live isn't typically how they really live in real life. The person you think someone is isn't really usually who they are. Especially people online, a bunch of liars. Especially people in the media, a bunch of liars. Especially people like that muscle guy with the Lamborghini. You know the one you follow, and you wish you had his life with his chicks and his house and all that. It's all a lie. It's bullshit. The ideal that you're jealous of is a delusion. Who was it? Jordan Peterson put it in such a good way, where you see a guy, you're driving down the PCH, beautiful road. If you don't know about it, Google it, Pacific Coast Highway, one of the most beautiful drives in the country. And say you're driving down PCH and you see some hotshot in a fucking brand new Porsche. I love Porsche. And all you can think is, man, I wish I had his life. And he's got some hot chick with him, and you're like, man, that's what I want. But meanwhile, that guy's thinking about killing his girlfriend, driving off the cliff like James Dean and ruining it all and just saying fuck it because he's depressed. And he can't handle life. But you don't know that. All you see is what's on the outside, and you have this ridiculous, stupid ideal, this fantasy that's nothing but a delusion that's fed to you. Let's move to the next one. You guys got to stay mission driven. Every day. Write your goal out. Look at it every day. What are you doing today? That's what you're doing. Moving towards your goal. Everything else is just extra. You got to go to work. If that's not part of your ultimate dream and your life's goal, well, going to work is just extra. You need to go to work because you need to pay your bills. You need to stay, fed and happy and be able to have a roof over your head and that kind of thing. But you want to stay mission driven. If you have downtime, fine. There's nothing wrong with rest. But if you're sitting around bored, lost, hopeless, wondering what to do, wishing that you could have that Porsche that guy has or this life that somebody else had, stay on your mission. What's your mission? What's your goal? You don't have a goal, you need one. You need to realize that when you're staying mission driven, that life isn't about you, it's about the mission. And what's the mission? Ultimately, the mission is staying in good standing with God, getting to heaven, making this life worth it, leveling up so you can get to the next level in the next life. So it's not all about you, what you want to do. Stop being a little brat. Remember the mission at hand. Here's a quote that I liked, I wrote down. Let's hash it out together. When you stand on the shoulders of your Father, you can see further than Him. If you put your son on your shoulders, say you're walking through the woods, and you happen to an outlook, an overlook, one of those nice areas. You can see down to the parking lot where you guys parked. Everything looks so small. Look at the trees, and maybe there's a farm in the distance. You see little sheep, and they're so tiny. When you put your son on your shoulders, your son can see further than you can. You might not be able to see the horizon where you're standing, but you put him on your shoulders, and just because of the vantage point, right? It's obvious. He can see further. This is one thing that fathers need to realize, is that your son will be smarter than you. Your son should be smarter than you. Your son should be able to see further than you. Your son should be able to carry your dreams further than you could have ever imagined carrying them, and that shouldn't scare you. You should be raising your kid to be a leader in the next generation. And then when your son grows up to be your age, to be a man, maybe to be an old man, he'll put his son on his shoulders, and his son will see further than him. And be able to take the bloodline, the community, society, civilization, be able to take it further. Past anything that we could have ever possibly imagined. This is why fatherhood is so important, because without the father to put the son on his shoulders, the son will never reach that distance. The only way the son can find his goals so far off is to stand on the shoulders of his Father, to have the same goals as his Father, to stand literally on the shoulders of his Father, using his Father as the stepping stone, but also as the foundation. It's food for thought.